Hi, I'm Susan Cheney, editor of Dog Channel and Dog Fancy magazine, and we're very lucky today to have canine behaviorist Kathy Santo here with us to talk about how to address common behavioral problems. Lots of our visitors have behavioral problems with their dogs. Can you give them some ideas about how to overcome these issues?
I think the first thing is the owner, they're so interested in how to fix it, but they really have to back up and say, how did this start? And what is my role in this behavior issue? So the dog who jumps on someone, they've got to look at themselves and realize, you know what, when they jump on me, when I don't mind it, I'm petting them. Or the dog that's growling and barking at other dogs, when they pet them and they say, it's okay, it's okay. See, to a dog, hearing that tone of voice and getting the petting, thinks, oh, you really like what I'm doing, keep doing more. You think you're soothing the dog like you would a child and saying there's no danger here. But in actuality, the dog is perceiving you as rewarding him. So we have a lot to do with a lot of the problems that are going on in our dogs' lives.
What would be the next step?
The next step is, all right, so I know how I contributed to it. I know how I probably caused it. Now I have to change myself. So again, we're back to the jumping when people come through the door, because that's probably the biggest thing that people face. When I come home, I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm not going to say, hey, where's puppy, and amp the dog up. I'm going to come home a little bit quieter. I'm just going to do a quiet greeting. I'm going to put the leash on my dog. I'm going to take them outside, and I'll have my play party outside with them rather than amping them up when I get through the door. For the dog who gets all crazed when you want to take him for a walk and starts bouncing off the walls, instead of saying, who wants to go for a walk? And again, contributing to that, I'm going to say nothing. I'm going to get the leash, say my dog's name, quietly put the leash on, and take him out. And that's going to solve not only the amping up, but the racing through the door and the jumping all over people. So the calmer you are, the better the dog is going to be. Not saying you can't have fun with your dog, but put the fun in appropriate places where it won't cause the dog to act in a way that you're going to be frustrated with him.
What's another example of a behavior that you're doing that could contribute to your dog's behavior?
I think not being aware of what's going on. I see a lot of people with dogs on leashes, and they're at the dog park or they're walking and they're talking to someone and the dog is pulling them. And what they don't realize is they're actually walking the 2 steps to the left, and then they're talking and the 2 steps to the left. And the dog is learning, you know what, you can pull and actually gain ground. So a little more awareness of what you're doing and what you're allowing the dog to do. The dogs are very focused on what's going on beyond you. If you were more interesting, their focus would be all over you. So I have students bring whatever turns the dog on. So we're back to motivation. What motivates your dog? It's a tennis ball, it's a squeaky toy, it's cut up chicken or turkey hot dogs, and I have it in a pouch. So when my dog does something, even in the beginning as simple as looking at me, good dog, and I reward them with a treat. And eventually the dog sees me as the greatest thing ever, which is what you really want, rather than everything else out there is so much more interesting.
Thanks for visiting Dog Channel to hear Kathy Santo talk about addressing behavioral issues with your dog. Her book is Dog Sense from Knopf, and her new line of green pet products is Hip Pet Organics. This is one in a 3-part series with Kathy Santo, so be sure and come back and watch the other 2.